Welcome back to the Crypto Clown World channel. I'm your host with the honks, Jason Bruce, and we are honking back in here. It is the 30th of November 2024. 2024 is almost over, folks. Holy cow. So, welcome back, first of all, once again. And please, folks, honk the like button for me. Get subscribed to this channel. And hit the bell for notifications, because I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but we may be seeing something happening right now that could be
an absolutely insane altcoin explosion. Blow your fucking dick off gains that you can't handle. It's happening right now.
Alright folks, welcome back. That was just a brief word from my cousin Jason Bruce Becker, so I hope that you have an idea of what this man was actually talking about, because right now there is going to be a huge shift in the crypto space, not necessarily away from Bitcoin, but more liquidity will be flowing into altcoins, and some of that liquidity will be from Bitcoin and shifted back into Bitcoin as those altcoins take gains. But there's going to be an incredible amount of fiat that is injected into these altcoins as well. So realistically, it's altcoin season, folks. And honestly, I kind of been telling you that for a while now, weeks if not months at this point, because when Bitcoin dipped to around $49,000, that was realistically the beginning of alt season for a lot of coins. There's been other markers as well, so let's jump into the charts and we'll take a little bit of a look at what's potentially going on here and why alt season is starting, right? So let's bounce over here if I can find it. All right, there we go. Sorry, folks. I need to downsize my camera, actually. Such poor production value, right? What are you guys paying for? Absolutely nothing. Maybe you should be. We'll see what happens, right? So, this is a trigger for alt season right here. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. We're looking at the 3-day chart. There's a very strong bullish divergence that's playing out. Okay, there are a couple drives of bullish divergence actually if we zoom in here. I'm going to erase a couple of these others. These are larger ones. We won't necessarily look at right now, but you can see here there's a pretty aggressive drive there, and there's another drive here. So those divergences are starting to play out. Realistically, if you look all the way back here, there's another one as well. So there's three very strong drives of bullish divergence for the ETH BTC pair, and right now we've seen that on the 3-day chart it's actually broken above the 21 MA. So that's a trigger for alt season, right? And you're like, Jason Bruce, well, we don't want to hear about Ethereum. There's bigger and better altcoins to get into. Maybe not bigger, I guess I shouldn't say, but better altcoins to get into for gains, right? So before we take a look at that, I just want to let you know that you can hedge your risk a little bit by making sure that you have a position in Ethereum right now. So if we flip over to the 2-week chart for Ethereum versus US dollar tether on Binance, if we look at the way this is breaking down in this kind of exaggerated cup and handle here, we've got a few potential outcomes. So if we see something similar to the last bull run, which potentially was muted due to fundamental factors like Biden being elected and other things, if we take a look at this, if we were to see similar returns this run, we would probably see Ethereum between about $7,300 to $8,700, which from the current area is maybe 100 to 150% gains. I want you to understand something. BlackRock is not in this game to suppress Ethereum to get 100 or 150% gains from here. Okay? They do not have ETFs coming out to make that happen. All right, they're going to want to push the price on this thing higher, and there's a ton of fundamental reasons why that I won't cover in this video. I'll be doing a separate video on how I believe Ethereum and its relationship to Bitcoin and BlackRock is going to play out in this bull run. But suffice it to say, for right now, the run up on Ethereum is just getting started. Okay, so if we're to consider that Ethereum would see similar gains to Bitcoin, or actually outgain Bitcoin as it has in every cycle so far, it's going to go above $8,000. Okay, so realistically, the base case is going to be like $15,500 to around $18,000, maybe $19,000. You know, and it may taper off at like the 1.618 extension. That's like 13.8 thousand. So somewhere in this range, I think, is a lot more realistic for a base case for Ethereum right now. Okay, that would represent a 5 to 6x from here. And it would also represent from the bottom, which was at about $880,000, you know, a 20x or so. All right, so I think that's more realistic given prior returns for Ethereum and given some of the potential FOMO that we could see in this bull run. But let's just say that we get the measured move to play out on this pattern here. All right, so the measured move, if we take a look here, I want you to be able to see this because this is what we're dealing with as far as overhead resistance here. This is your overhead resistance line on whatever you want to call this, cup and handle, maybe an inverse head and shoulders, bumblefuck double bottom, whatever you want to call this shit. This is bullish. Okay, so I don't want to mess around in telling you this is a very bullish pattern that is starting to develop here on the 2-week chart. You're bouncing off the 21 MA. Stochastics are just moving into an area of strength here. Your RSI is also just moving into the bullish territory. All right, so this move is just starting for Ethereum. And what people need to understand as well is that Ethereum bottomed all the way back in June of 2022. So right now, this move that is coming in is more than 2 years in the making for Ethereum. So if we take a look back here from the previous bottom, which was actually in December of 18. All right, had a nice double bottom there, but it was technically in December of 18. And where would 200 days where would 2 weeks put you? Or 2 years, I'm sorry. I apologize, folks. I'm a little bit tired. You're going to have to hang with me here. This is going to be a long video, and we're going to cover a lot of stuff, so bear with me. I'm only slightly retarded. All right. So if we were to look at a 2-year period, take you up to December of 2020. And December of 2020, we're right here in this area where we're just starting to move up in this sort of an ascending pennant here. All right, and now you're starting to see something even larger and more consolidative happening. So if you are to do traditional technical analysis and measured move on this pattern and on this price action, the measured move wick to wick is technically this here. And that is going to be a massive move, folks. Showing Ethereum could move up to $200,000. All right. A little more conservative measured move would have you at around $130,000. What if Ethereum flips BTC? How much would it have to cost? Think about that. Just think about it. And I'm going to move on. Ethereum can be a hedge in your altcoin portfolio going forward because the gains are virtually guaranteed. So you're at least going to double your money if you have 50% of your portfolio in Ethereum and you lose everything else. It will still take you back to break even. So it's a hedge at this point for your altcoins. Don't forget that. All right. Now, I'm going to move into a bunch of stuff here. We're going to bang this out really, really quick. I am going to move really, really fast. This is fetch.ai. We're moving into AI coins right now. Okay. I'm going to blow through this stuff right now. So stick with me here. Moving out to the 5-day chart for fetch. Nice consolidation. Large symmetrical triangle. Breakout. Retest of key moving averages. Higher low. Now getting ready to print a higher high. And the measured move for that higher high is going to be around $9. Fetch.ai right now sitting just below $2. And I believe the bull run target high for fetch is going to be around $26. So if you're getting in right now, you can still, 10 to 15x this coin potentially. All right. Do your own research on this stuff, folks. We're going to be moving fast. All right. We're going to move through some more AI coins. We're going to move over to Render. Render's just got really nice market structure. This is a beautiful cup and handle. All right. And honestly, this is going to be a crazy measured move. I'm going to do this a little more conservatively and make that line a little more steep. So that way this isn't going to come out quite as crazy. I'm also not going to take this wick. So we're just going to go to the bottom of this range here. This will be a big move. And keep in mind the infrastructure on Render for the upcoming AI revolution is going to be very key for what a lot of new projects are trying to do. So potential 20x gains coming for Render in this bull run. If you don't have some, go ahead and grab some, folks. Not financial advice, as always. Moving on to AIOZ. AIOZ you can buy on Coinbase. Some similar structure here to Render. It's kind of a slanted cup and handle. You've already had a couple moves up here, and you're sort of flagging out at this point. So realistically, this coin is a little pumped. Right now you can get a solid 5x, potentially even more, possibly a 50x. I think that would be a little crazy though. I'm not going to do the math on the market cap right now. Do your own research. This thing is just getting ready to break out right now. Okay, this is the 5-day chart. You're bumping into this resistance on the RSI. Once this gets above that, this thing's gonna fly. All right, it's already testing all-time highs right now. AIOZ. Okay. Moving on. These are larger cap AI coins. This is Tau. You can see here these cup and handle structures. I think this one's probably one that people got in pretty early. I'm not sure how much gains you're going to get out of this. I don't know if there's ecosystem potential for it with like staking or other projects that you can move this coin into, but in terms of the gains that are coming for Tau, this is kind of a larger cap, and realistically this is only showing us you're going to get a 3x out of this, at least in terms of this pattern. There's nothing saying you can't consolidate and keep moving up from there, but that's really all you got there. So again, do your own research. right. Moving over to GRT. This is the graph. You can also buy this with fiat on Coinbase. All right. And you're kind of printing higher highs and higher lows here. It's pretty ideal bullish market structure. You had your little breakout and retest there, where you can see this breakout retest action. All right. So without a full flagpole, can't really take a measured move on that, but I can take a Fibonacci, and it would be a pretty nice one. All right. Make sure my settings line up here. Yeah. Okay. So on a log scale, this is saying a GRT could 100x. Is this, really key infrastructure for upcoming AI? Possibly. If we take the log scale off, let's see what happens if we take the log scale off. You can see that this looks really goofy after you take the log off on the macro. I really like the log on the macro. You can take it or leave it on smaller time frames, but that's just me. Okay. Why can't I change that now? That's rather annoying. So that makes it even goofier. I'll have to backtrack on that. But when I'm looking at the macro on anything, I'm usually looking at log. So could GRT 100x? Probably not, but I do like the potential of this coin, and I am holding some. All right, as always, again, not financial advice. These AI projects, we're going to get into a few smaller ones here, and this is one I made some gains off of earlier last year, and this has some super, super awesome potential. All right. Clean this up a little bit. Yes, we were looking at a few things here. So you can see your bottom. This has already been carved out. It's a nice Adam and Eve. You're forming a nice inverse head and shoulders. This is going to continue to move up, okay? This coin's sitting at 24 cents right now. $3.84 is actually very realistic, and I think this can go a lot higher than that. It's actually a nice breakout and retest on that. That looks really nice. So your bull run measured move target for AGI is actually $8.50. And that would be a pretty solid move from here. Sorry, the math's escaping me on that one, so I'll just cheat real quick. Possible 33x out of AGI from here. All right. This is a really, really strong AI play. So, like, if we take a look at their website real quick, you can see they've got a pretty cool website. This is for AI agents. Autonomous AI agents are trained on Web3 data, empowered with an extended toolkit capable of on and off-chain interactions. You have Lucy, an AI-powered Web3 operating system. All right. You have this YKILY network. It's a digital native financial infrastructure for the AI agents. All right. So you can see here these task mechanisms, how they work through the smart contracts. And there's just some really, really cool stuff on here. So you can see what Lucy is able to do. All right. And you can see some of the partnerships with AGI. These are major partnerships, folks. Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, BNB, Immutable X, Polygon. Pretty cool stuff here. Okay. So you can create your own agents here. You can also purchase nodes with this. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do. Okay. So take a look into AGI. Very cool coin. Okay. What else do we have here? I got a couple smaller caps, and then I've got one on Solana and one on Ethereum to show you, and then we'll move on from AI. All right. So I think you're gonna like these. This is what we're looking for, Neuralink. Okay. Sounds dystopian, right? But there's your breakout and retest. This is still early in the retest. Okay. You're just breaking above the 21 MA. This looks like a super nice and simple, easy chart. Just nice measured move here. And I mean, you're looking at pretty good gainers, insane gainers. Even if it's just from the retest. Okay, so this is a smaller cap. This one can fly for you. All right, Neuralink AI. Take a look at TARS. TARS, the name of the robot from Interstellar. See the breakout on this pennant. It's not rocket science on this one. And these are just gonna fly on up. Okay. So potential 20x or more out of TARS depending on how the market responds to this thing. Real nice consolidation above the point of control and breakout. Not sure if you'll get much of a retest out of this or not. Again, make sure that you're doing your own research and charting these things on your own so that you can make informed decisions in the market. All right. I'm going to move over to Radium. Let me get off the raccoon here. We'll cover him in a second. What I want you to take a look at is this one here. This is Ava AI. Again, we're talking about these AI agents. This is sitting just above a $50 million market cap. Very nice consolidation happening here. And I believe the next move on this coin is going to be like a 2.5x. So you'll have a chance to secure the bag on this if you take an entry here. I took a real nice entry here, like right here. Okay. So I'm up on my bag already, like 20-25%. And those were all just profits from a meme coin, which I'll cover later in this. So, yes, I understand. So their website is legit, right? AI engine for storytelling. You have Ava here. You can enter the app, and it'll take you over the agent market. You can create an agent, or it'll tell you how it works. You can create your own AI meme coins. There's just honestly, I think, huge potential with this one. So even sitting at a $54 million market cap, honestly, I believe this one has a potential to still 50 or 100x in this market. So check out Ava AI on Solana. All right. And this one is a micro cap. Okay. This is Lexi AI. All right. I think this thing has huge potential. This could easily 100x or more in this market. All right, if this were to go to like a $4 billion or $8 billion market cap, you're talking 500 to 1,000x on this coin. Okay, as it is, with the measured move and just some basic technicals, I think $1 to $2 on this coin is very, very possible. Currently sitting at just under a penny at 0.007395 at the time of this recording. Again, this is Lexi AI on Ethereum. This is a high-risk coin, folks. Okay, please understand this. This is a $739,000 market cap. There is no guarantee this coin does anything but go in the shitter. Okay, I am taking a long shot bet on this thing. I got a little more money in this than probably most people are going to be willing to do. But I'm telling you right now, I do not care if I lose every penny of it, because the risk reward on this thing is huge. All right, do your own research. And I'm going to show you why I decided to take a risk on this thing. Lexi AI is enhancing crypto through WhatsApp. Lexi AI makes blockchain accessible and user-friendly by integrating tools into WhatsApp. You essentially have a trading bot and payment remittance with your cryptocurrency through this AI agent in your WhatsApp. So obviously, being in the States, I don't use WhatsApp. Billions of people in Asia do. Okay? Don't be ignorant to the potential of this project. Okay? You have an AI-powered assistant here. Lexi AI's WhatsApp assistant provides instant, accurate answers to any questions, simplifying complex topics like cryptocurrency and more. The advanced AI tool transforms the intimidating world of digital assets into an easy-to-navigate landscape, making it indispensable for both novice and seasoned investors. So, this is my dark horse in the AI space, folks. Again, I don't care if this thing falls flat on its face, but in terms of what they're saying they're going to deliver, this should be huge. Just even just based on what they're saying, they don't even have to do it. This can deliver huge gains. Okay. So moving on from the AI space, I'm going to move over to gaming. All right. And we're going to take a look at what Alex Becker calls the gaming boomer coins. Okay. So these are coins that have been around a little while longer. All right. Beam is a little newer than some of the other ones I'm going to cover. Let's say your breakout and retest is somewhere in that area. This wick is an anomaly. Okay. And Beam, I believe, is on Avalanche. So if you want to handcuff this with Avalanche, that could hedge your bet a little bit. This is sitting at 2.5 cents at time of recording. Measured move on this would take you up to about a little over 13 cents. So maybe a 5x from there. All right. Nothing saying that this can't go higher. This is just based on the technicals that we have here. There's not that much chart history. So if the gaming narrative explodes, you could easily see this at 2, 3, 4, 5 times this price. So Beam, I think, is a pretty good cornerstone to start making a gaming portfolio with. All right. Move on to another one of Becker's coins. This is Super. All right. I am holding a position in this. This is pretty much just like a massive cup and handler, head and shoulders. So if we were to just call this a head and shoulders, put that down there just for OCD's sake. And then we'll take the measured move from here to there and up to the corner of the head and shoulders. takes it pretty close to that target that I had set out at like $61. I'm not sure why I had that one there. Sitting at $1.40 at the time of this recording. You're looking at, you know, a little more than a 20x, maybe more. All right, let's take an aggressive Fibonacci, see where that would take us. And you can see that's where I got that target from, the $61. So I would say $30 to $60 for super in this bull run. So 20 to 40x, something like that. All right, I think it's a pretty good return. All right, Echelon Prime is another one. This one's been around for a little hot minute. You can see here this thing created nice market structure and came back down and now kind of created this double bottom, just starting to break back out of that. So, you know, realistically, it's kind of a goofy pattern. But if we were to take this full measured move here, pretty insane, really. If we were to just even take that to the retest, you know, you're looking at $170. And if you actually take it from that breakout level, it does take you right up to around the $200 area, just north of $200. You know, sitting at $12 right now, close to a 20x potentially for Echelon Prime. This would be a nice altcoin to hold. Should outperform Bitcoin. All right. Let's take a look at a few more gaming coins. I don't have any like too crazy gems here on the gaming side. I've got a few that I'm going to show you that are a little smaller cap that you can play around with. I'm not going to do anything too crazy here. Some of those will jump out here over the next few weeks and months, and we'll make sure to snag one or two of them at least. But right now, you know, if you were to look at Immutable X, I think this is an ecosystem that you can get down with as well. So again, this cup and handle structure that we've been seeing a lot with the AI coins. There's your breakout and retest. And again, not a huge move here, maybe a 5 or 6x. All right, this is one that you can kind of use to hedge your bets because it should just kind of do its thing here. This coin can still move up a lot higher than this area here. So you could get an initial wave up to that area around $11, $12, and then another FOMO wave up to around 22. Okay. And that would be like a 10 to 12x from here, and honestly that would be a little more worth your time. It's a hold Echelon Prime, or excuse me, it's a hold IMX. All right, so maybe about half the gains that you would get out of Prime if you're holding IMX. Remember folks, just try and spread your risk around, diversify a little bit. I'm not telling you to buy every single one of these coins, okay? Pick a few out of each category. You know, one with a larger cap, one with a mid cap, one with a small cap, and then maybe one micro. Just 2, 3, 4 out of each category. Don't go too crazy unless you've got enough experience to know what you're doing and handle multiple coins in this market. All right. So I'm gonna keep going here. I want to move over to a pair that just kind of moves in tandem, and that's Mana. First of all, you know, people call this metaverse, but essentially it's really gaming. It's just some type of VR or AR gaming. Okay, so don't get bent out of shape about that. It just is what it is. All right. This coin made huge gains in the last bull run. Understand that I made 100x on this coin in the last bull run. Me personally, I booked 100x gains on this coin. Okay, I'll do it again this bull run on another coin. All right, it's not impossible. So I kind of want to go back to the well on this one, and I don't care if it only gives me back 20x, 25x, because I'm so much deeper in this coin this time than I was the last time. My position in this coin right now is 20 times the amount that I put in initially in the last bull run. So understand my conviction with this project. All right, this market structure is fantastic. Okay, you got like an exaggerated sort of a triple bottom here, starting to potentially form like an inverse head and shoulders. It's a real nice breakout of this overhead resistance. And you know, I'm just coming here to tell you folks that this measured move, all right, and I have to be a little more conservative here. I just have to, because this is insane. There has to be, you know, some type of diminished returns. You can see here from that breakout point, that measured move takes you almost up to this 1.618 extension. That measured move is at about $37. 1.618 extension is at $42.50. If we go back here, all right, and we take this full measured move just from this previous set of candles here, not from this wick. I'm just going to look at that wick as an anomaly because this is too much. This is crazy. Okay. It's going to take you right up to that level. All right. Currently sitting at 63 cents at the time of this recording. Can mana still, like, what, 70, 80x from here? Maybe that's not realistic, but maybe it is. You know, maybe there's something going on behind the scenes, okay, or whatever it may be that you know, is potentially causing us to see a much more massive run-up than we might think would happen. Okay, so realistically, this yellow line here and the 200 weekly moving average, those are going to be the significant resistances. Once those are flipped into support, this coin at the very least is going to move up to the golden pocket and the 786 fib. It's going to be smartest to book profits around there, folks. So between about like $1.75 and maybe $2.85, secure your bag. You know, secure your bag. You can move it over into BTC or Ethereum or even Tether from there if you really want to. And that way your initial investment is secure. If for any reason we don't get continuation on this coin this run, and it's one of these that takes some more time to really get where it needs to go, like XRP did over the last run, where it came up and fizzled out around that area, then you're at least protected and you've got your initial investment out of the market with some profit on top of it. Okay, so understand that this coin does not have to make a new all-time high. It does not have to make this measured move. This is probably, in fact, a little more on the unrealistic, or shall we say implausible side, even though it is technically plausible or possible in this bull run. All right. And I'm going to move over to sand because these two move together. They're essentially handcuffed together. They pretty much do the exact same thing. And I have them handcuffed together. I have a little bit bigger position in mana, but my position in sand is pretty large as well. And actually, I take that back now that I think about it. My position in mana now is 32 times the size of what it was at the start of the previous altcoin cycle. Okay, so I made thousands of dollars on that previous entry. What can I make this time? All right, probably thousands of dollars again. Maybe hundreds of thousands, probably thousands. Okay, but regardless, I think it's probably going to be a pretty decent amount of money. Okay, so sand right now, it did run into some significant resistance at the 200 MA on the 5-day. It's currently consolidating there a little bit. All right, again, 200 weekly moving average is also going to be a hurdle. So around $1.01 to $1.33, sand could see some resistance. Kind of had a sideways and down maybe breakout on this thing, unless, let's see if we can look at this a little differently. Yeah, I don't think you can. I think that's it right there. So that was your breakout and retest, and then kind of a double, triple retest. Form this bottom here, and then again double bottoming. So really just kind of toying with the market here in terms of what the market makers are doing. I don't know if people were trying to over leverage on that one or what, but you can actually see this bullish divergence is going all the way back here. This swing low, much higher in price action, lower on the RSI. You can see this swing low here, much lower in price action, but actually higher on the RSI. And, you know, that's taking the price action where it's at right now, which was up to the next significant resistance, which was the 200 MA on the 5-day. Okay. So, sand negotiating that currently, you know, if you break out at like $7 and start creating a new high on this thing, $35 in this bull run, maybe higher is realistic. Like, I'm gonna look at this as an anomaly. This says sand could go to like $130 something, like a 200x from here. Is that possible? I think it's unlikely. So again, your profit-taking strategy is going to be around the golden pocket and the 786 extension, guaranteed to lock in your profits and ride your bag from there. Okay, so I would just play that similar to how I would play mana. Moving on to some smaller caps here. All right. Not sure I'm going in the exact order of market cap here, but we won't worry about that too much. All right, so this is Yield Guild Games, YGG. You can see this is in kind of an exaggerated or slanted cup and handle. There's your breakout and retest right there. And the measured move on that takes you up to this area, you know, just north of the 786. So is this one going to fizzle out a little bit and maybe only give you like an 8 to 10x? Possibly. If it finds some support up here and, you know, it has legs, where could you end up? You know, a little north of there, maybe $40 to $50. Possibly 195? Probably not, right? Probably not. Let's see if we just like do something like that. That takes us up into this area like around $60. That would be like 100x. So there's potential for much larger gains with this coin, but you know, you're taking higher risk because again, this is lower market cap. Okay, Yield Guild Games. All right, YGG. Move over to GFAL, Games for a Living. It's a little bit of a goofy market structure. Even if we just take that from the POC, oh look, that lines right up with that measured move. And that's like a 10x. Okay. If we were to be a little bit more aggressive with it, maybe like a 15, 18x, something like that. You know, I'm not huge on this chart. I'm just not. I have to say, but let's run a fib just to have a little fun here. Yeah, it's not that exciting. Okay, this is gonna have to find some sort of a narrative or something. This wouldn't be one I would really think about jumping into. The chart's just not aggressive enough. There is this bullish divergence, though. I think this is likely to play out. The question is just how much gains you're getting out of this thing. I think there's better projects. All right. And the last one I'm going to look at in gaming is DAR. This is Mines of Darlinia. Okay, this is now available on Coinbase. This coin had a pretty nice consolidation. Bro, why is that doing that? Just a second. And it doesn't work either. Okay. If you were to get a proper measurement on this, this looks like it came down to like 786, 886 fib retracement. Okay. Very nice bottom, inverse head and shoulders. Continued consolidation there. So very bullish bottom structure. Okay. Let's see if we can get a proper extension here. Alright, so that initial measured move is going to take you up pretty close to the 0.5 fib. It's like a 4.5x from here. Okay, just to get you started. This is a lower cap coin. I mean, if you're looking at the 1.618 extension, I think the 400 some odd X is unrealistic. Okay. But I believe this coin does have some potential, you know. Even if you were to look at like Golden Pocket, $2.38, that's like a 12x from here, 10, 12x, 786 extension, you know, $5. That's like a solid 25x from here. So this coin has some pretty good potential. Again, look into the fundamentals on this stuff on your own time, folks. Okay. That's going to do it for gaming. All right. You know, I could go over layer ones, some of the like larger caps and stuff, AVAX, ADA, Caspa, Sol, SUI, SEI. You know, those are all going to run a little bit more of a dark horse, and this enters also into AI and metaverse and all kinds of other stuff, is Rose. this up just a little bit. So honestly, like, that might be your structure there. Yeah, I think that's the structure there. So this isn't a larger falling wedge here, and that could create a more aggressive breakout target. So we'll go with that potentially aggressive breakout target. We'll just go from the point of control, and Rose could be $2. So from here, you know, maybe a 35 to 40x for Rose. All right. 1.618 extension is up at, you know, like $3.50, and that would be a pretty significant move. So I like this one. It's a little smaller market cap on the layer 1 side. One that not everybody is looking at right now, but could become a crowded trade later. Okay, so do your own research into the larger layer 1s, and you know, you can make those part of your altcoin portfolio. They'll help you lock in gains and hedge your bets against some of the smaller coins. Okay, so I won't get too in depth on those right now. I will be covering those in the Discord if people need, you know, entries or exits on certain things. Just ask away. All right, I'm gonna cover memes and then I'm gonna be out of here. All right, so I've got the basics, I've got the cornerstone, and where's my pen? All right, there's just one that I forgot here. Which I'll be bringing up. All right, so there's kind of 4 blue chips right now at this point. Okay, so the obvious one, right, is Doge. Doge has been looking super strong. There's just no reason to fade Doge right now. Okay. Doge is in this thing. Let's see here. Is that... Now, if this is your breakout and retest on Doge, then we're going to have a little less aggressive type of a measured move. All right. And it could be. But I think this is more likely to be. Okay, and you've got your 4 touches here, actually. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the breakout. Okay. Now, could we come back down and retest this level? Yeah, possibly. That would be like a nasty dump, though. You know, 66% dump right now in the beginning of a bull run, unlikely. Okay. So right now, the full measured move for Dogecoin is like $88. I think the more realistic target, much more likely target, and a target that you'll see a ton of profit taking at, is going to be this $4.20 level. Okay, right at the 1.618 extension. Okay. It's just a little too coincidental for me that the 1.618 fib extension is right at $4.20. And we know how the meme coin communities are, and, you know, the meaning of 420 and all of that. So I think there's real potential for this to be a psychological level. $23 to $35 is like really absolute bull case for me. This $88 target I think is very unrealistic, but from a technical perspective it is possible, so I do have it out there. All right, so my bear case for Dogecoin, $1.20. My base case for Dogecoin, $4.20, most likely, most probable. and potential bull run case if things just go absolutely insane with the Trump narrative and the Department of Government Efficiency. Possibly $23 to $35, but again, $4.20. I know I'll be taking profit. Okay, so that's Dogecoin. All right, I'm gonna move over to SHIB. And SHIB's got some goofy market structure. Your breakout and retest right there for SHIB? Quite possibly. If it is, your measured move there is around 13,385. At time of recording, this is at like 2,700. So how much gains are left for SHIB? Maybe 5 to 6x. If it moves up to the 1.618 extension like we were just looking at for Dogecoin, if it hits around $4.20, you could see SHIB at just under 50,000. All right, and that would be a more realistic return for this type of a meme coin. Okay. So the next one that we're going to look at is Pepe. Pepe has blown up over the last year, and currently, oh, that's the futures contract. We don't want that one. Currently, this is sitting at like an $8.5 million market cap. It's also sitting at a new all-time high. So, realistically, anything could happen here for Pepe. Probably will. So that's going to be your line right there. You know, if we take the full flagpole here, I think a lot of the major gains for Pepe are probably done this cycle. All right. So it's like a 5 or 6x, right? No, a little more, like an 8 or 9x. I think this thing is guaranteed to move up. It's just like, question is how much. I will say, this is kind of a trashy divergence here. It's pretty big. So, goes all the way back here and then to that area. So, you know, could you see a little more aggressive type of a thing going on? Maybe. Like if that's what's happening there and it's like an ascending flag type of a deal. Then maybe you get like a 20, 25x out of Pepe. But you can use Doge and SHIB and Pepe to essentially guarantee yourself meme coin returns in this market. Handcuff it with the rest of this stuff. And by stuff, I'm being very nice. That I'm about to show you here. And it should hedge your bets to the point where you're not taking too much risk. Alright, so there's, you know, what could be considered a fourth cornerstone meme coin of the portfolio, and that's Bonk. Bonk's built on Solana. Alright, so you can see this right now. This is like pretty much breakout and retest right there. Just call it that. You know, and how much legs this thing has left at this point is questionable because there's so many meme coins on Sol right now that are grabbing liquidity. This is saying that it's only going to do like a 3 or 4x. Okay, so it's also really high on the 5-day RSI, and Yeah, I would say out of the 4 that we just looked at, this would be the one I would be least likely to buy right now, but that would just be me. I could be totally wrong. And sometimes when you're early in the market like this and you've got this, market structure that isn't totally defined, this thing could go absolutely nuts, I don't know what type of a narrative it would need to do that. So it's kind of just like, oh, this is going to be the first like major meme coin on Solana or whatever. So it's just kind of first mover advantage with this thing. And, for me, this isn't that exciting of a play. All right, so I'm not in this coin right now personally. I am, however, in Doge, SHIB, and Pepe. Okay. So one that just hit Coinbase that I think is going to be pretty interesting going forward is Floki. Alright, so this thing actually looks pretty insane. It's like a 7 or 8x base case. Or 7 or 8x bear case maybe. And like maybe 15x base case. Fib on this is a little questionable, so you could secure your bag around like 75,000. That'd be like a 2x. Honestly, not all that exciting. I mean, it's not bad. It's good market structure. Maybe a 15x out of this thing from here. Okay, so that's Floki. Again, that just hit Coinbase. All right. All right, so we're gonna get into some smaller stuff here. I mean, I'm gonna make a pretty significant jump into the smaller caps. I'm not sure if this one is on exchange yet or not. Yes, it is. Maneki is available on MEXC. This is like tied to Japan and some sort of a meme that they have there in Japan. So you can look into that on your own time. But I do think this thing will do numbers. It is pretty small market cap. And your next target up is probably like a 10x from here. So Maneki. Do your own research, folks. Maneki. M-A-N-E-K-I. Maneki. You can get it on MEXC or I believe Ethereum if you're swapping, but you'll have to double check on that, folks. Okay. So I'm gonna jump into some much smaller cap stuff here. Couple coins from Da Vinci Jeremy. Oh, actually, I'm going to need to move over to the deck screener here. And the market structure on ORC is pretty solid. All right. It's been consolidating nicely. It's in this pennant. Okay. And at only a $6 million market cap, this thing could fly. Sitting at 0.6 of a penny at the time of this recording, has 300x potential according to this chart with the measured move. Let's be a little more conservative. So a 10x very likely. Out of orc from here, I think it could do a lot more. I mean, 10x, you're only getting to a $60 million market cap. Could it make it to 3, 4, 5, 6 billion? Yes. Can it do a 50 or 100x from here? Yes. Okay. Again, keep in mind that Da Vinci is pumping this coin. If you don't know who Da Vinci is, look into Da Vinci Jeremy. This is Da Vinci here with his cat. This is the next meme coin. This is Waffles. All right. Waffles looks like it's trying to get a breakout. Okay. And this is pretty similar to a lot of flags that we saw for larger meme coins, but this is on a smaller scale. So I do like the potential here. Next target would be around like 4.5 cents. Currently sitting at 0.007. That would represent a nice move up, and you got your your 1.618 extension up here at just under 6 cents. So potential 5 to 10x move to get Waffles started, and this could go a lot higher because again, this is a much smaller market cap. 20, 50, 100x totally possible with this coin. So I would say honestly, handcuff orc to Waffles. Don't risk any more than you're willing to lose, folks. These coins could go to zero. All right. And moving on, I have two very small cap meme coins for you to take a look at. This is S Doge. All right. This is Doge on Solana. It's the same protocol as Doge, but built on Solana. Just looking to capitalize on the Doge meme coin narrative. Measure move here on this. Could take you north of 5 cents, and right now you're actually sitting at just under a tenth of a penny. So 50x plus potential here for S Doge, and there are actually fundamental things behind the scenes driving this coin that I won't get into right now. It is technically part of an ecosystem that could push the price up. And the last one that I'm going to cover, and this is the raccoon I was talking about earlier. This is the one that I managed to log some insane gains on yesterday. So I did get a re-entry here, and right now at the time of this recording I am back up on that re-entry. Keep in mind I held the majority of my position, folks. Took about 20% of my bag out in profits, which was significantly more than I invested. Right now, you know, this is looking like this thing needs to stop doing that. This is looking like a potentially healthy retest of this pattern, as long as the price action can get above this line here with this inverse head and shoulders. Hopefully this isn't a failure swing, especially with this bullish divergence kind of fizzling out there. So we'll keep an eye on that for Tima on Sol, but realistically, the team behind this right now is trying to really hustle and make this thing happen. So this could go from a $4 million market cap to, you know, 100 million or more. And that is actually the goal, is to push this up to 100 to 150 million dollar market cap. So I'm along for the ride here, folks. We'll see what happens. All right. So that's Tima the Raccoon. Be very careful with this, folks. This is a very small cap altcoin. It could explode though. Okay. You could 10, 20, 50, 100x your money with this coin still. All right. So that's going to be this altcoin edition of the Crypto Clown World podcast. Excuse me, the Crypto Clown World channel. Again, I'm your host with the honks, Jason Bruce. And thanks, folks, for joining me. Really do appreciate you making it this far. If for any reason you didn't honk the like button while I gave you all that content, please do it on the way out. Hit the bell for notifications and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That way you'll be notified going forward in the future when I drop this really super important content. Okay, so I hope this benefits you going forward and that you're able to make some money in this market. Things are going to explode over the next 6 to 8 months. Please don't hesitate to take profits, folks. It's the only way you won't go broke in this market. Okay? So with that said, I'm Jason Bruce. This has been Crypto Clown World. I'm going to get honking on out of here. I'm not feeling all that great, to be completely honest. We'll see if we can get the podcast in on Sunday, but I'm definitely feeling like I'm going to be under the weather. So we'll definitely have the news for you from Chris, and whatever TA I can provide on Sunday, I will. So thank you again, folks. Take care. Much love. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.